And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Factorio Space Age, where we're trying to discover, I think, the last planet we can land on. That makes sense. Aquilo. Because the solar system edge is where you technically win the game, and you don't land on the shattered planet because it's been blown up. Alright, so the last planet we will step foot on is the next planet. That's what we're trying to discover. And then I will hopefully not have to do Gleba science anymore. So my paranoia about pentapoggings goes away. We are shortest on you. We're sorting the yellow ones. We are using the yellow ones. Okay, so we're gonna have to hope that that ship gets to Novice quickly, and we get to launch up the utility oranges. That's where we're the lowest on, or well, utility yellows. Are we using red, green? Okay, we're not using military ones, so we can take the military ones out. Save some space in the central chest. But yeah, we're about to run out of the yellow ones, which running out isn't immediately a problem because we'll lose value on the Gleben science, but we won't lose. Well, we won't have a rebellion of the pentapogs, I suppose, is a good way to think about it. Because they're still going to get consumed into the science beakers, and the beakers, when the beakers go bad, don't turn into pentapogs, unlike the eggs. Arrival shortly. What is our launch? 1.6. Okay. Let's get that loading. Upgrade you to a higher speed one. Loads faster. Oh wait, it's arrived. Things are being shipped. Maybe not the most important stuff is being shipped. Let's take a lot of this down to 1,000 for the moment. One launch worth. Because the big one we're worried about is, do we have... Well, we know we don't have enough of the utility up there. So that's not enough to fill one rocket. Technically, it just got assigned enough to fill those, right? So we don't have enough for a second rocket, which is fine. Got a launch dedicated to that. Surprised it did utility before science, but that's fine. And then hopefully Fagra is still doing good. Yeah, we're coming up on the first 1,000 of that being ready to ship. Well, the next 1,000 of that maybe is a better way to say it. So we shipped thousands of that before. 3 quality speed, or 3 rare speed. No rare qualities yet. I think we got enough of the quality ones out that we're at the point where we only care about the rare ones. And productivity, we only got one rare of those, and the rest is uncommon. Might have enough uncommon that'll be worth to... Well, it's 10 uncommon, okay. Upgrade those to rare, or uncommon. So we're going from 6% productivity to 7% productivity. Makes a difference. Takes a while to make a difference, but it makes a difference. And yeah, do we still... Oh, I think we may have not actually run out of accumulator charge on the previous night. That's good to see. And yeah, we're not running right now because we've run out. We haven't completely run out, but we're almost out of the utility science. Well, Fizzle, have you received all your launch yet? No. So that probably means I just need more logistic spots in the net. Logistics spots. Please transport more of your brethren to the logistics net. Red's delivered. Green's probably on their way up. Second batch of reds, yeah. And the iron we're picking up is serving a purpose at someone to fill these up. Okay, 2 loads on the way. 1 on the way. 1 on the way. So this is this overload of getting things delivered to these rockets, right? Because it's not a short distance. The rocket launch pad's down here, and most of the science is coming from all the way up here. So I do get them having difficulties trying to get them over there quickly. Okay, we're down to 700 something. Purples. We're not getting any purples. We should grab some purples as well. At least grab 1,000 purples if we can. If it'll fit on the ship, of course. Okay, those are all queued for launch. So we're coming up on being ready to go to Fulgura to pick up some of the Fulguran science. Okay, so that's an obvious upgrade. What's the main thing it does? Crafting speed? No more extra power, but it's 0.6 faster. We've got 16 of those, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we went ahead and deployed a bunch of those ones. That would, if we had enough polonium, in theory, be making everything more fast, I suppose. Granted, it probably screwed up a bunch of the ratios, right? So a bunch of the ratios were probably based off of it not being 0.6 faster. Or what, 0.4? Yeah, 0.6. No, then we need to shove a bunch of stuff in them and make them slower too, so math's all over the place. So the ones we deployed all those productivities we could probably send out. So we got a rare U. And then we've got 3 rare U's. Well, technically I think 4 because we just spared one, right, from somewhere. And Bob Fizzle, you loaded? Technically, waiting receipt of production science packs. Which we'll need as soon as we get the utility in eventually, right? So there goes our production science packs. This one's not launching because we don't actually have the space for that iron. That's what I think's going on. Yeah, we don't have the space for the whole thing of iron, which is fine. Okay, so you go to Gleba. We've got science to deliver. Why are you? Okay. Drop that order for the moment. Then we can put it back. Oh, we're getting close to. We really need that science here to get this going again. We're almost up to 1,000. We need a full 3,000, right? So the first 1,000 for this has arrived. We need another 2,000. We almost got the second of the 3. And this is also, for the next stream, we can go to a planet with whole new set of problems. And hopefully we have enough DACA to get out to Coelho, because if I need to redesign the ship to get out there, we have a problem. Or worse, if I need to redesign the ship for it to be reliably to get out there, we have a problem, because I'll probably end up dumping myself on the planet and be a little stuck. Yeah, I think I spent more time fixing Fulgura. Like, we're doing stuff on Gleba, but we're not. The only thing really to potentially expand would be to expand Pentapod and agricultural science uh, research, right? I got no problem with expanding the agricultural, but then we need to expand Pentapog, which means if something goes wrong, oh boy. In fact, you can see what could go wrong is we're actually backed up in the agricultural science. So we're going to be desperate for it to be moving soon. Unless the Pentapod eggs start to spoil. Space platform created above novice, yes. It's time for you to be a new platform. Okay, as big as it goes. Starting to build one new big ship. Which, yes, it's going to take really long time for it to be constructed, but, you know, this will be the big freighter. Big long distance hauling freighter. You arrived, okay. Begin dropping the required science, please. Okay, it's dropping. Oh, and you also ran out of the purple. Okay. Next lowest is space. That's not super surprising. Okay, Bob Fizzle. I think we got enough that you can go over to Fulgura to make a Fulgura pickup. Okay, we backed up into the buffer. Hindsight, probably a good thing I had a buffer there, so that's keeping the pentapog eggs under control while the buffer is a buffer. Okay. So yeah, well, that'll help with catching up on science production that we were running slow on while we're waiting for that delivery to be shipped and received. Is putting us out as estimated hour to completion. Would like to be faster, but it's what we got for the moment. Anyway, so I suppose Fulgura is the place where I should start to collect all the modules from. While we're there. One launch of each shouldn't be too bad. Because it's definitely a situation where we're rocking productivity twos. Well, I suppose higher quality ones would be better, but it's hypothetically a bunch of places where we could improve using modules. Actually, as I'm going around here, maybe not very many places here that could be done. Like, okay, this could be improved, but does it really need to be right now? Maybe not. Because I assume we actually already had that a delivery done. Oh, we've only got efficiency models, so efficiency 2s wouldn't be bad. Okay, we are slowly working through the backlog. What's the lowest thing we got in the chest is the space. Drop some space. Next will be a toss-up between like red, blue, and green. We do have red, blue, and green, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. In fact, as we know, it'll be a toss-up between them. We can toss a little bit of each of those in. Play them a bit. Then it's purple. So we are coming up and needing more purple. Most of the way to most of the way to Fulgura. And Fulgura should be pretty much ready for launch. It's only got 3 launchers, so it's not going to launch the fastest. Yeah, we got 1 launch of you. And then it won't take very long to launch 1 of each of the modules. In fact, we've arrived and it's already beginning preparation for the launching of the modules because it's starting with the modules. But yeah, which those shouldn't take too long because they're only 50 a launch. Yeah, 3 launches already going. Oh, okay, so you're delayed because we don't have enough of you. You're on the delivery plan. Cool. Yeah, so that'll be ready to go soon. How many do we have? 4 high, or 4 rare. So we'll give you the 4 rare. And then 33 of uncommon. 12, 20, 28, 32. Oh, and the lunch has already been sent. So we'd be waiting on efficiency 2s, which we're not going to wait on. Okay, back to Gleba quickly. Drop the space, drop the U. Okay. Science is going. Still predicting out in an hour, which, Though, as we can see, we are starting. If I tried to speed it up, we'd very rapidly run into Gleba being the issue, not just shipping. So once we've got everything shipped, I'll probably try to speed Gleben up. Of course, I have no clue if there's enough over here to support the Gleben that we're contemplating, but I suspect there is. At least for the uh, inputs, hopefully. Suspect. Suspicions. There are suspicions. They may be unfounded, but there are suspicions. I suppose we know we needed 3,000 of those, so we can go. We received 2,000, so we need another 1,000. Received only 1,000 of those, so we'll need 2,000 of those. Hopefully that will be enough for the next shipment from Novice. This place is building. I suppose that might actually become a problem, right? If that's soaking up all our launch capacity. Apparently it isn't. Why isn't it? Because we didn't have like infinite stockpiles of that. Okay. Okay. Gleba-wise, drop you in, drop you in. Okay. Most thing in the cargo wagon here is the Fulgurin science. The lemon goes the sushi belt around the exterior. Right. So we are wanting that Fulgurin soon, which is good because it's on the way. Or maybe it's good that it's on the way because we need it soon, but it's good. Everything's going good. The ship on this trip has taken 0 damage. Okay. About to arrive. There we go. Stopped at Gleba. drop the stuff we want at Gleba. Do I want the modules right now? No, they're regular quality modules, so let's say no. So then you want to go to novice. So we'll set you off. Look at the time. I'll let the last couple parts go a little bit long. I'm feeling the need for a short break to stretch the legs. So I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and put the part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. We're going to continue to work on improving Gleba. Well, I say improving, getting the science on Gleba done so we can get off of it, because as you can probably tell, I'm a little overly paranoid about dealing with Gleban spoilage when it comes to pentapod eggs. The rest of it can spoil, but the pentapod eggs, sure. But yeah, so if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. This will be the once a stream, maybe twice a stream break where I need to go make another cup of tea. So it'll be a slightly longer break because we're going to wait for a cup of tea to, or well, the pot to come to boil and the cup of tea to be stewed. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.